maybe I double tapped it? Oh, there we go. I was putting up the stack. It's falling. It's 233. Oh, when did that happen? Hi, guys. No. No, I didn't. Apparently, I went live. How y'all doing? All right, I'm gonna jump on here. Yeah. I must have hit a key or something. I don't even know. Maybe it was clicked on. How y'all doing? Okay, let me switch this real quick here. Alrighty. Love you. Bye. Who was it? Somebody messaged me on the shop number and was like, "You know you're live, right?" And I was like, "No, I don't." So let me change the source too. So I'm supposed to have an appointment here in like 10 minutes. But no, I didn't realize. I'm just literally cleaning up all the trash in here, trying to get a jump on things. Welcome to the most awkward start of a stream. All right. Let me change the title at least. Or maybe we should, I don't know. Do we just keep going? I think we just keep going. Where's my lives? Let me change a title here. Sweet mug. You know, this solves the problem. The problem is, let's say you make coffee, and then you have extra coffee, and you want to go to work, but you take a travel mug. How do you warm up the coffee? Because the travel mug is metallic, so this one's ceramic, so I can actually put this one in there. It's a big one with the lid, and I can put it in the microwave. At least the cameras didn't track you to the bathroom. Yeah, that would have been awkward, right? Another escape? Nope, old title. I'm trying to find where my live streams are. Manage? Oh, there it is. Setting up for next appointment. There, that's what we changed it to. Monetization. Let's turn that on. And then I don't have a thumbnail for it. Oh, it set it to the little Model 3 one. No, okay, so you can pour coffee into another cup to warm it. But the problem is, then you just waste another cup because it doesn't have a lid. So you take it, you pour it into a coffee mug, and then you take the coffee mug and you pour it into a travel mug. That's just annoying. Then I made another mug dirty. Why not just a mug where I can pour my coffee into it, heat it up, and then run out the door? That's a real problem that we have to solve. But they kind of did with one of these. It works pretty well. It's not the most insulating mug I've ever used. So I should have an appointment here in about 7 minutes or so, depending on if they're late or not. I have no idea what the appointment is because I do a bad job of keeping track of it. I just know somebody paid to be here. So then I'm ready to go, man. Let's do it. What do you got? Okay. I'm tinting a 2011 Audi A8 today. Nice. Very nice. They have a smart mug. Yeah, but those suck. They're like, have you seen the battery life? The battery life is like up to 2 hours, like 2.5 hours or something like that. It'll keep it warm. It's just, so you keep it at home on the charger. So you could keep it at home on the charger warm until you're ready to go, but once you're out in the wild, then it'll run out of battery. I did look into those. They're not completely dumb, but I'm at Menards right now trying to find the stuff you used to put on the door panels. It's called carpet shield. Should be there. Oh, I think we just got an appointment. Hang on one second. I'll be right back. Where's my mask? Where do I put that? There it is. All right, 1 second, guys. Hello. How you doing? All right. Oh, I forgot my headphones up front. I have them in my pocket. How about that? All right, I'm gonna pull this guy in, and then we're gonna do it. It's a Malibu. We're gonna be doing the all the sides and the back. 35 and 20. So in case I forget. Oh, my wife told me to do this. Here, you guys can hear the robot voice while I pull the car in. Have fun. You can talk to yourselves. So any comments? You'll hear them.
Ha ha ha. Definitely. Buffering, buffering, good vibes. Beep boop boop beep. Grinning face. No parking baby, no parking on the dance floor. Yeah buddy. You need a door opener. LOL. Streayayayayayaam. We are your new robot overlords. Mike Hunt. WTF, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right, shake it baby, shake it all night. Destroy, destroy, destroy. Kill, 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 kill. Money bank. Sport utility vehicle, delivery truck, articulated lorry, tractor. Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt. Derby comes a lot. Boots and pants and boots and pants. Even what in het Netherlands ziegen. $11,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110,110, Mike Hunt is sweating.
Oh, you guys are having
Shake
so
it
much
to the
fun
left,
right
shake
now.
it to the right, shake it baby tonight.
That's what I hear. Every time.
Bus oncoming bus, what trolley bus, minibus, ambulance. Good driver. Hi, I'm from Mars. He logo from Mike Hunt's basement.
There was
This
even a
is so
super
awesome.
chat in here. All right. $5 from Lionel. Thanks for the glass aid, Matt. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. I appreciate the 5 too. Glad I could help you out. All right, we're good with text to speech for a minute. We're gonna have to then set up and get started here. Can you show me the gas leak tool? I ordered a few, but I don't know if they are the same. Yeah. You guys are just gonna say a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, let me grab that gas leak tool in just a second. Are those the Bose Sport earbuds? These are the Quiet Comfort ones. I had a really nice pair of QC30s, which were like the neckband ones. And those, in my opinion, are still better in other ways, but they don't make them anymore. So even if I bought a secondhand pair, I'm gonna destroy them in a year. It was actually really cool. So I've been on the Best Buy protection plan for quite a long time then. So ever since I bought them, I paid for the protection plan. So if you run into any issues, you can just swap them out, and then you can re-up the protection plan. And then I've had them for so long that they discontinued the headphones, and then they give you a credit. So they gave me like a $316 credit towards something else. So I get these. Can you change the voice? Yes, but it's very limited to Microsoft voices, and they don't have very many. So I want to find something that's a little bit better, but man, there's this really funny one. If you're bored, look up Twitch text-to-speech. There's this like really smart-sounding English guy that is a text-to-speech voice that they use for all the super chats. So what I'm going to try and do, or for Twitch donation. So what I'm going to try and do is get that set up and then have it play on a speaker in here. I missed Monday. Aw. Well, you're here today, so that's good. I have the green squeegee film Friday doing the OG Tesla 3. Nice, very cool. Yeah, your order just went out too. Thank you for that, by the way. You got a bunch of them on the way. Okay. So we're not doing anything crazy. We're doing a Malibu. So I'm gonna pull a thumbnail from the archive because we're definitely gonna pull one from the archive because there. Malibu Tint. Some of my friends don't like the color of Geo. No customer has said anything, but the homies thinks it's a little brownish. That's unfortunate. Some films, like, it helps when you take it outside. I think their 35 is definitely warm. Their 35 in ceramic it bugs me a little bit. It's like a little on the warm side. The classic, 20% looks great, 35 looks great. 5, when you're adding a lot more coloring to it, can skew one way or another. Whatever film you're used to looking at, and then you look at another one, it'll always look stronger in one hue or another until you get acclimated to it. But when you take them outside, they still shouldn't have like a super strong color to it. They don't want the cars with it. Because they don't want it on their cars, they still want me to oh, ouch. Dang, that really sucks. The one with the 3M on the car, when you compare it to other films, is a bit warmer. Oh, 3M, like, their color stable is super blue compared to a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's not going to be for everybody, I guess. That's unfortunate, but what can you do? GME busted through 180? Oh my God, I gotta update the title. Dude, we're all the way up to 250 today. GameStop is getting into NFTs. What are they gonna do with that? Probably resell video games in a private, they're basically their own digital coin economy. For reward, I'd imagine they do it for rewards, for reselling digital games, collectibles, all types of stuff. So they're getting into like the crypto, blockchain, NFT world right now. And yeah, the market's got a strong reaction to that one. I should say, Oh, it doesn't copy my description. Oh, that's super annoying. Oh, well, whatever. Well, is costed a word? Yes. I think the color is great from Geo. They like the 3M. Just tell them if they really want something different, buy it, and I'll put it on. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, if it's color stable. I remember it being very blue. All right, let's get this set up. This is stuff I usually have set up by now, but, you know, we accidentally went live. I wish I knew what button I pushed. I might have it tied to, like, a key or something, but that's never happened before, so likely I just, like, clicked the mouse and I didn't realize it. It's just funny that that started. When someone asks you to do just the sides and not the back window, do you do it? Yeah, absolutely. It's no big deal to me. Whatever the client wants to do is what I'm gonna do to the car, within reason on the windshield. Is that an escape? Yes. It's the new Malibu Escape. Yeah, this is probably going to get brought up a few times. I accidentally just clicked go live somehow. So here we are. It stores the titles from last time. I was going to stop the stream and start it back up when we have the car, and then the car all of a sudden just walked in. So we're just like, yeah, let's just keep going. So that should be that. A lot more people in here now when we're getting started, so that's cool to see. Give me 2 seconds for this. So that's an escape? Yes, it's an escape. Welcome to the new escape. I'm just going to start mislabeling cars. Do you refuse service if a customer wants 5 all the way around? I'll do it all on the sides, but not on the windshield. No, it didn't. Are we started? Okay, now we should be good. Because why not? We could just do whatever cars that we want to do. We could just say this is the new Rolls-Royce Phantom, and then it pops up into be a Malibu. I think that would probably get old pretty quickly. But you could give it like a good couple things. Like I said, I was cleaning. Which is good. 2041 GME Escape. Ooh, I like the GME Escape. Let's do that. I was just gonna throw those out too. All right. We're a little scattered today. That's fine. That's fine. So, things to look out for on the Malibu. We've done a few of these. These ones in particular have this annoying thing in the way. This is the tucking tool, by the way. So if the guy that was asking about the tucking tool, this is what it looks like. So you can see that the paneling comes up much higher and goes really in the way. You can still tint these okay. They're not that difficult, but they still are annoying. YouTube should, I thought that was a super chat. YouTube should let you put super chat options for DoorDash and whatnot. Maybe they'll have a partnership someday. Or I could use the super chats and then do that myself. The escape from Alcatraz. So, I don't normally do this, but I'm debating pulling the front seal because those ones are easy to pull. But it is a Malibu. And then, of course, with all cars, give it a good once over, checking for adhesive and such. So, I noticed that when I was pulling it around, Scotch tape. We're gonna squeegee this off. Oh, that drives me crazy. When they put the tape on all the corners of the temporary plate, and then they just rip it off. And then it's pulling Scotch tape off clean. It's not bad. You just have to get the corner first. This would be a rare live stream. Yes, we've never done these before. How do you clean rear windows? Mostly with clay bar, but if we have to, we'll use scrub pad and adhesive remover. But on most cars that, especially if they haven't been tinted before, it's not something that you have to do. We're almost there. Almost got the last little bit here. Clay bar. We gotta go set up our clay bar. Is that in here? No, it's not. I figured this out yesterday. Where did I put my clay bar? Yesterday was a little scattered too. Is it over here? It's a thing out of the Explorer. What did we do with it? Oh, yeah, we put it right here. All right. Here. I'll be right back. Canon. All right.
Belt reduces headaches.
You guys
LOL.
talk to yourselves for a minute. I'll be right back.
I have been practicing with flushing the window down, comes out cleaner. Can anybody recommend a good tint in Europe? Warm tape then peel. Yes. Flushing is very important. It's back. Sign of the horns, sign of the horns, sign of the horns. I'm going to Kuwami. Lol. I am a robot. Here we go again. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. This is the best day ever, face with tears of joy.
This is the best day ever with tears of joy. Yeah, so if you ever wonder what I have to listen to, it's that. Lol. Yeah, some of them are really funny. For sure. This gets ridiculous. Oh God. I gave you guys too much power. So we got these. All right. This is definitely gonna need a big cleaning out. How is it? They should be here. That made my, oh, there it is. Okay, we got this, and then we should have the blue pack. Why can't we? Because it's flipped over. That's why. Okay. Just gonna forever type out emojis. You should type them as like what an easier way to listen to them. Just like smile. That would be helpful. Okay, so 20 and 35, so that means it's in this pile over here. This is normally all thrown in the Explorer. Like I said, I had to empty it out. So we need this guy right here. We need 20% right here. And then we'll grab a 35% roll. It's somewhere in there. I guess we should probably get some shelves, huh? Do you have to use clay or a razor when you're cleaning the windows? You guys are having too much fun. It's generally recommended. You don't absolutely have to, but what's going to happen is if you have adhesive, you're definitely going to use something like that. On an average window, you're going to want to use something, but you don't absolutely have to. It's just recommended. It helps makes your job turn out a little bit better. So razor, gator blade, and clay is helpful, but I'd still use like a razor or a gator blade. I tend to lean more towards like using just gator blades on an average window. But like on a window like this where you have adhesive here, you have to scrape that for sure. $10 super chat. Daniel Reyna, thank you, buddy. What's up, Master? Oh, you know, just another day. So these ones, like I said, it's not something we normally do. It will make these ones easier with the way that pinches in. So for the hell of showing you guys this one, because somebody was nice enough to show me one day, all you have to do is pull back on this a little bit, and the seal just pops out super, super easy. So that's like an ultra easy one to do. What car do you drive? Well, actually the Blazer now, because sold the Explorer. I like reading super chats for Matt. Thank you, actually. That's really helpful. Oh, you know what? We're going to put tape. Let's do tape. We're doing a tape thing lately. So let's keep doing that. Hang on. All right, we're back. Thank you. Daniel Reyna with another 10. Another day, another hundreds of dollars. Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. I hope all is well for you. Much appreciated. Yeah, especially when GME decides to shoot up from 180 to 250. Canon. No. Yeah, 313 studio, all lowercase. So, yeah, if that doesn't work, let me know. What just fell? Oh, the tape. Tape just fell. Camera froze. Some of you guys are actually behind on the live stream. I got a 2011 Malibu windshield. Will a 24-inch cover it? No, you definitely need a 36. GoPro. Okay, so that fell. All right, so this is a different one. This is a different. I have like. Good? Cool. Is this one not going to work? This one doesn't seem like it's going to stick at all. That's just falling out of there. So we're not going to use that one. So this one, Scotch 3650. That one's kind of junk. This one's easy. Easy peasy. Oh, but this one splits really stupid. Let's try this one real quick. Tuck tape is awesome. Yeah, I lost mine. I don't know where it is. It's sitting somewhere. This one sticks better. That might be the difference right there. I know it comes in a really long roll, too. So. The other one was just basically falling right off. Okay. Maybe there's just too much dirt. Y tape? Just something different we've been doing a little bit. It's nothing major. I've been told to tape felt seals for like a while. And you don't have to, but it's another barrier. And it can actually, like, if you have problems tucking in your sides, it'll make a big difference. So I kind of brushed it off, but I had some packing tape laying around, and I'm like, why not do this? So this is just, nothing's really sticking to that. These are also really dirty, like really dusty, so we could try cleaning it out a little bit before we do it, but yeah, see, that works better. Just that front edge. You can wipe them, but if you spray it, yeah. So it might even be worth it to like scrape it with, or just brush it with alcohol or something really quick. Just like wipe it off that way. I just didn't want to use, what's it called? Painter's tape. So let me put this on a list, and then I'll get something better, because this has been a few streams now where we've been messing around with this tape. And it's meh. It'll get the job done, but it's got some stick issues on certain cars. Kind of just like the 3D purple tape. I'll keep it in mind. You got to go to like a specialty supplier for it. I was just surprised at how easy this stuff was to pull off of the seal after it's tinted, and it's plastic and it stuck pretty well. So let me grab this. Yeah, another one for tuck tape. Yeah, I liked it. Excuse me. I like tuck tape. I think it's good. We also didn't wipe off the seal, so like. Or the same person talking about tuck tape? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, let me wipe these off just a little bit. Dang. Dang. Lots of super chats today. Purple, another vote for the purple, unless that was Dino Arena the first time that he mentioned the purple. Yeah, I wasn't wiping off the seals. It's something I should have been doing too, because that stuck a little bit better. Thank you. Let me check that out real quick. In just a minute here. Oh, this side will come up first. Alrighty. Well, we got some barrier in the way. Cannon. Dana Reyna! Purple tape from 3D. Gumby green today, let's fucking go. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely a good day. I mean, it was surprising enough to see it break through 200, and then the NFT thing. Oh my God, the NFT thing is going to be insane. Just for a stock, let alone the company. Okay. Okay, so we're looking it up here. From 3D search. Or is that just you telling me to search? Because can you link like a website? Or is it just purple tape? So like there's this Uline stuff here. But yeah, link it or something. It'd be helpful. Alrighty. Let's get this wiped off here. I'll just talk about tuck tape. It's easy to find. I was able to arrange a peel board. Very nice. I'm thinking it's supposed to be 3M, not 3D. That makes way more sense. But it was in a super chat, so that's why I thought it was. I thought it actually might be like actual, like some from a company or something I didn't know. High temp masking tape from 3M. I worked at a shop that kept getting the yellow painter's tape. God, that drove me nuts. Masking tape, won't it still kind of have like a waxy whatever on it? It's not going to be like amazing. So like if you spray it a lot, it'll start, like water will start to like seep on the backside, kind of soak through a little bit. That would be my concern. But I guess if it's got some really strong stick, as long as it's not like the painter's tape. Tuck tape. We're gonna be buying some more tuck tape. We'll probably buy a couple more different ones. There's two things though. I would like there to be an easy to access solution. So like if you run out, you forget, you can run to the store and then it's there. It's like one less thing that you have to worry about, or you know, you're running errands or something, it's something you can pick up. I always keep that in mind. You know, so you have like a good recommended professional solution and then something that's a little bit more accessible in case you just need something. You know, because we don't actually order things until we run out. Yeah, I originally got mine from Amazon too. Amazon's good, but Amazon still takes a day or two. All right, let's get going. 35. Use duct tape. Not something I would trust. It's really thick too. Duct tape is not near as thin as what I'd like it to be. Super chat. Super chat. Need screens. Did you charge less than your credit competition when you first started? Is that just, did I charge less than just general competition around here when I first started? No. But I didn't go higher either. So there's like a handful that I went a little bit lower than, but what I noticed especially is like when you're on Google Maps. Okay, that was a meme super chat. Thank you. 1 second. When you're first starting out, you're getting your business going. People don't know you. They don't know your work. They don't know anything about you. And generally, they're just calling around. So you have to figure out some way to stand out if you want to kind of like charge more. You have to just kind of be in the right place at the right time where, you know, somebody saw your shop and then they pick that over somebody else that they would usually go to. Like it's a little rare unless you have some creative marketing. So I'd like to stay competitive with the market and work on building a client, but definitely don't go like the cheapest because you'll have other problems. There was a $5 super chat that was. I like tuck tape, and is Lexan any good? That's a true troll right there. I know that one. Is that David? Could be wrong. Yeah, I'll find my roll. I got the red stuff. Is there a recommended color for it, too? Because I saw they had a few different options. The red stuff. All right. Good to know. Thank you. Cannon. It is David. I knew it. Thank you. And Mike. Mike with the 7 Canadian. Thank you. I appreciate that. Would you charge less than your credit competition around you in your area when you first started? Or did you? Did you charge less? Okay, we answered that one. Nope. Nope, but I am not the most expensive, so I'm cheaper than some, but definitely not the cheapest. So, an interesting thing, too, is, you know, I often wondered before, like, what makes, like, a high-end shop? How do you get there, you know? Because you'll have a guy that's doing the high-end work, and then there's a lot of shops that aren't. How do you get to that point? Well, sometimes it can be, like, they were just first to market, and they were really, like, ambitious. And not necessarily, like, first to market, but they were creative about how they went after that clientele, but also being the first to kind of dominate that space. That'll give you a big advantage, and it can get extra difficult for people joining that industry to kind of make their own footprint. So you have to always be a little bit more creative than the last person, one way or another. Or just exist for long enough that you slowly build up that market. Goes back to, like, you know, YouTube versus Twitch on the live streaming front and other platforms and stuff. Like, there's always going to be a first mover advantage, and whenever you're joining into a space, there's extra competition because people are already going to somewhere. So never just do what everybody else is doing and expect the exact same results. How do you bottom load these front doors without pinching the top corners? I don't know. I don't think we're going to bottom load them. I think we're still going to two-stage them, just without seals at the bottom. Do we have any Xpel dealers in chat? Dang. You guys are strong on super chats. You must be busy. Thank you. It's better to put average tint on, or it's better to put high-end tint on average cars. The high-end market can be headaches. Yeah, I agree with that to some extent. Everything can come with its own, like, its own headaches for sure. I'm an Xpel dealer. I was curious. So there was some interesting news, and this doesn't happen very often in window film. So when it does, it'd be cool to talk about stuff like this. Xpel just bought a company called Permaplate. So this goes into Xpel now picking up existing dealership competition and converting them into Xpel dealers. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Permaplate is a company that focuses on going into dealerships and starting them up with in-house programs. So their main focus is just like pre-outfitting cars with window tint or providing window tint solutions. So they set them up with plotters, they set them up with software, they set them up with film, and basically like, you know, dealerships can preload a ton of cars, and that kind of takes work off the table for you. It's just like when dealerships pre-outfit cars with remote starts. Not exactly the same, but it's got that vibe to it, and it will take some work off the table. So Xpel just bought that company, so they're going right after direct-to-dealer business. So they'll have Toyota dealerships right next to Ford dealerships, right next to Honda dealerships, all doing Xpel. But they have Xpel territories, like, so you can't have Xpel shops super close to one another. But now they have dealerships competing with those shops. And what they're saying is, coming from two direct reps talking in my group, they say this is not competition for our dealers. This is introducing more people into Xpel. And I understand the argument, and I'm not saying it doesn't introduce some more people to it, but it absolutely does take away some work too. So I'm just curious, as an Xpel dealer, how do you guys feel about Xpel now kind of sidestepping you a little bit to go direct to focus more on dealership in-house programs? Because they're absolutely going to grow that business. It's a quick way for them to make like move a ton of film. So it like makes all the sense in the world for them as a company. They'll install it at a Ford dealer, they'll install it at your dealership, they'll install it all over the place. So they already have Xpel, or what am I saying? They already have, I'm losing my train of thought. Canon. I forgot what I was saying. I was listening to the comment. I do work for Xpel. We were going to be looking at dealerships. That would be interesting. See, that was the take that I would have loved to hear from them. If they were like, we're going to help our dealerships take over those programs, that would be cool. But Permaplate, maybe there's going to be some of that. Call me and I can explain it better over voice. I know the guy in charge of Xpel Corporate, and in short, it doesn't bother me at all. I've talked to them a little bit. Let me see about doing that a little bit later. Let me get some work done on this one, and then maybe we can do that. Because I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to hold a phone, because I got to do it over speaker. And I got this car to tint. So maybe towards the end of the stream or something, we can talk about it. I don't like working for dealerships. Dealerships suck anyways. I'm on that program too, but these are good comments. I appreciate this. They already have Tint. Now they will have Xpel. Yes, exactly. I had an argument with a shop owner wants help with PPF, find along other tints, 12 for an hour. Yeah, dealerships don't pay a lot. Not necessarily on the stream. Oh, okay. All right, we can talk about it later. I see the points, and I remember we had a good conversation about the way that they lock down their software. I still don't agree with it for shops that want to use plotters, but it makes sense as a corporate business. What do we have to do? Okay, let's keep going. Just wanted to read some of these things. This is a good discussion. So I think they're definitely going to upset some local dealers. Look, I think part of there's definitely arguments on both sides. The more people that are introduced into a brand, the more people that are introduced into window tint, like the bigger it can get. Competition breeds excellence. But my question is really like, it's like taking permaplate existing dealers and turning them into Xpel dealers will, I think, benefit the existing dealers to some regard, because now they're all kind of under the same umbrella in a way. But they're going to be adding a lot more. And the more in-house that you get, the less there is for everybody. So if that is truly going to work for the average dealer, or if people are going to start then trusting factory dealerships because Xpel, just nails this program. Because part of the problem is just underpaid people. Preloads aren't always the greatest. But if they can change that and make it a top-notch in-house program for all the dealerships, I mean, shops like me, they don't necessarily, they're not as needed anymore. It's just, that's the hard truth. So no matter what, it benefits Xpel. But it is like, will the awareness help for the brand? Or will it just kind of like make people, will it hurt independence? I think there's some of both. So, I don't know. Thought it'd be a good thing to talk about. Dealers normally play 40 to the tinner. It depends on the dealer. Like, the thing is, it's not a dealer's main line of business for tint work or paint protection film. It's an add-on service. The hurtful thing is, for the private guy, it is usually their main business. So when you're an Xpel dealer, I think it's self-competition, and they're saying, no, it's not self-competition. I think it absolutely is self-competition on some scale, for sure, because you're adding more Xpel competition. Will the awareness help the dealers, or won't it? That's the long-term question. I don't think anybody's truly going to know until there's hard numbers on it. But we saw some of this kind of stuff in the past with, like, they let out all their film to, like, anybody that wanted to use it, and then they cracked down to being exclusive. They did the same thing for their software, and then they cracked down to be exclusive, and now they have lots of exclusive dealers, and now they're going direct to dealerships. So it's just, do you sell pre-cuts? Yep. Do you want a custom cut? Oh, man, said it best. Do you want an off-the-shelf cut, or do you want a custom cut to your car? That is true. But I've also said if there's one software I genuinely would trust for most cars to be super good, the one that really impressed me was Xpel's, and now that's going direct to dealership. And, like, look, I do this for a living. I like tinning. I like the industry, but I'm pretty fair. If all of a sudden what I do is just not as sought after by an average consumer because they're getting out of a dealership, then I have to try and figure out what else to do with the business. That's just, the market doesn't give a shit. So if that's where it's going, that's where it's going. But so far we've seen nothing but work picking up lately, so it's not happening tomorrow. Just thought it was an interesting topic to talk about. I appreciate all the feedback on it too. All right, so let's get this in. I'm listening to... It's hard for me to listen and talk at the same time. So I try and listen to like any of the comments that popped up. I know I talked over a few of them, but yeah, my goal is to not just outright go like, this sucks for the independent, screw this company. That's not the goal here. I don't think it's super beneficial, but that's my gut reaction to it. It's kind of like, you know, they got a stock price to bump up. Sometimes, like they have big money and they can make big moves, and they're focused on growing those quarter-over-quarter revenues for sure. This is something that'll 100% help with that. How many clear squeegees have you gone through? I think this is my second. It's been going for a long time. I need to replace it at this point. So I'll be doing that soon. I've been using a sledgehammer for a while now. Well, that'll just break a window, won't it? Whack. No, I'm kidding, I know. I know. No need to tuck this one. We already pulled the seal. Oh, super chat. The Porsche dealership by me is Xpel, but when people want tint, they call me. So why is that? Thank you for doing that in a super chat, by the way. Is it just the reputation of dealerships isn't very good on the film front? Because that could likely change then in the future. Where all of a sudden it's very normal, you know, with the right program in place to, you know, that's just what it is. They'll get better. Here we go. What's the clear squeegee? It's not very clear. Oh, it says clear crush. It's a clear crush. It's by Fusion. Alligator quality better than the guy at the dealership going 15 bucks. Now, I agree. I definitely agree. Let's say it gets better though. Froze. It froze. Why is it freezing? Hang on, sorry. Alright. Alright, we're back. I don't know what's going on with this one. The cam link is not having a fun day today. So I agree. And the stronger argument I just heard was dealerships are bound to doing things legal, and there's people that want to do differently than that. That is true. So they can't sell it, but sometimes they'll do it after the fact. They'll sell the vehicle and then rope something into the back end. Kind of like an under the table deal. So, but, what is it? I mean, they don't even need that many different, like, dealerships, like, they have the same cars over and over. With one guy learning those cars, or like a couple guys or whatever, they can, Xpel is not going to want their name attached to bad dealership work. They're not. They're going to improve them. They're going to make them better. I have a lot of confidence in that. Lumar, they were a company I didn't have a lot of confidence in with a program like that. Lumar kind of ruined their name. Xpel's got a pretty decent quality name, so if they have dealerships putting out subpar work, then that's just going to hurt their reputation across the board, right? You're going to have an Xpel dealer down the road, and then somebody is going to look around for maybe a better tint job, and then they're going to go, oh, well, this guy has Xpel. I had a bad Xpel job. So, you know what I mean? They're going to want to do everything they can to turn that whole dealership stigma around. This panel is not sticking. So we're going to just wipe it. I like bringing up the counterpoints too. So I like hearing both sides. This is fun. We don't have very many window tint discussions about interesting changes into the industry, so. Been here for 3 weeks and management sucks. Yeah, and they said they're going to try and change that. I'd say you had a company that really was just focused on getting as many ones signed up with the idea of it and then half-assing support. And it's a very tough thing to do. So when you actually have a really qualified company to take over that program and has software to back it up, you definitely have something that could be a pretty strong game changer. And I guess the follow-up question to this is, all right, guys. Car dealerships sell cars. That is their main business. And then they put on as many accessories as possible after the fact. We tint cars, or PPF or vinyl is our main gig. So the question is, if we all have to figure out another business, what do we do? Give me answer. Hang on, let me read it back. I missed some of it because I was talking. Started bottom loading recently. Was scared, but it's not so bad. No, it's really straightforward. Ceramic coatings? Ceramic coatings is an option, for sure. Is that the customer angry at you? No, not angry. I'm pretty sure they're interested in what's going on. They've never had tint before. Which is interesting too, because again, like, what I do here is I teach more competition. But it also increases awareness. So like, I'm not naive to the fact that, yeah, it can work, but I just see a pretty strong conflict there. So it's good. It's good, healthy discussion. I was a little peeved by the, if there's so many restrictions with private dealers having territories and stuff, why wouldn't there be for the dealerships too? But it's because now it's different. Canon. Can I get an answer though? Is it this side or that side? What was the question? Cleaners? I missed the question, unless that was a joke, which then I missed the sarcasm. All right, how's GME doing? This side or that side? It's definitely this side. Oh. This Samir. Bro, car start now because I'm very angry because this is my car. What? I'm very confused. All right, hang on one second. Hang on one second. Let me go check. All right. No. No issues. They're watching now, though. We're going to have to behave. Oh, you guys are always nice. Always nice. You have to be. Because, like, why would you be mean? We don't allow that here. Yeah, that was weird for sure. I just honestly double check. I've never had a comment like that. Maybe it was just like a mistranslation too or something. Oh no, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone. Bong, bong. We're giving you guys the super annoying ding ding. Is he still commenting? No, I don't think so. Yeah, if it becomes a problem, for sure, we'll do. But no need right now. Ding, ding. We're gonna take this one out. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna take it half out. There we go. What tape is that on the back window? Oh, this has a really loud ding. Dang it, you guys might actually get me on this one. There we go. Glass aid, yes. Glass aid, it's sold out everywhere. I don't know how I ended up here, but good video. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try. Maybe it was GME. Maybe GME got you here. Do you still shrink on flat windows? A little bit. So you like on a Jeep windshield, you probably don't need to, but it's just like out of paranoia, I'll just do like a little bit. I get mad if I have like many tries on a window, and then if you're running severely behind and those mistakes are adding up, that gets really frustrating. So we don't always get things in one shot go, and even if we mess up a couple times, it's whatever. But when you're running behind then too, it starts getting pretty brutal. Have you ever done something? Cars, buses, trains, airplanes? I've done a couple buses. I've done some like, I don't know, some unique, bigger truck-like vehicles, and some semis and whatnot. But nothing too far out of there. You know, a couple of boats. I think the most annoying thing that I would get regularly were conversion vans. I hated doing the conversion vans. Way more glass, way more cutouts. And then they would only charge like $350 for most conversion vans, which I felt was way undercharging for the time that they took. and you had so many different types. You had conversion vans that had like gasket seals, which were okay with like dot matrices around them too, and then you had ones with like old butyl seals that would start melting as soon as you spray them, and they're just old nasty conversion vans. So they've taken them on like 500 family trips, and they're just full of crud and just French fries stuffed into the seats and all over the place, and it's just gross. How is it tinting semi-trucks? Not fun. They have tight side seals a lot of times, and most of them that I got were like super dirty. They just were not fun. And then you have things like the mirrors and stuff in the way. So when you're trying to cut everything out, it's just extra not fun. Kind of go up on the ladder, just ninja around everything. How much soap do you use? Fair amount. Shoot for like 1 ounce. Shoot for like 1 ounce per gallon, and then just kind of play with it from there. I always, depending on the film, but I always shoot for a little bit more soap, especially with a film like this. Bottom loading is more difficult. I didn't think so. I think bottom loading, the challenge is really not in the bottom loading. It's more in getting the seals out of the way. So if all you have to do is pop back the seal, pull, or pop back the panel a little bit, pull the seal, then that makes the install easier. If you have to do things another way, and like remove a lot of the door panel to get that out of the way, then that's the challenge. Is a clear crush your new favorite? In a way. In a way it is. I think it's a really good squeegee. It's a very safe squeegee. So I was coming from the wintertime, and then occasionally I'd get like a random scratch in a window. And it was getting really annoying. I think it was from salt. But that was always floating around and stuff like that. So I just went for like a really soft one. Because I got the Blue Max, I got the Flat Out, and I got a few other ones. Oh, this isn't going to stick anyways. Is it? No, this is just going to fall off. Okay. So that's the downside with carpet shield. Sometimes there's panels that just don't work. I would love a company to solve this, though. That would be great. So if there's like, I don't know, some like greasy coating over the panel, carpet shield's not going to stick to it. A lot of the time it will stick, but every once in a while we run into one where it just basically falls off, so it's not helping anything. Tuck tape the top edge of carpet shield. See, then you could use just about anything. And that, like, I've seen people do that where they take, they'll take a stronger tape. And so they'll put like a plastic bag, they'll put like a piece of tape. And then there's a couple of panel covers out there where they expect you to tape the top edge. That's fine. I just trying to get those two things to work. It's like you wrap it around and then you. I just want something I can just that easy. It's the part where I lose it is taping that top edge. Teach us how to snap shrink. Practice? I try to. I know I didn't talk about it today, but we've talked about it on quite a few live streams too. I don't know which one recently though, but it always happens. We always do it. Teach me how to snap shrink. Yeah, I also have a video, and there's other ones. So just Google snap shrinking. YouTube's it. What does Clear Crush do when it wears out? Like most squeegees, it just doesn't squeegee as nice. Starts leaving like little line streaks behind. It hasn't left like rubber streaks like the Orange Crush does. So this is, if you guys go back to some older live streams where I'm at the glass shop, this is how I do so many cars there still. Water runs down the paneling, and that's something that I try to stop, but it's very common to see. It's just most people don't get to see behind the scenes, but this is happening all the time. Water will run down the door panels, you cover up the switches, you wipe it off, and everything is fine. If you're practicing and you're soaking everything down over and over and over and over, yeah, you have the potential to start damaging something. So take a little bit more precautions, but on average, you're fine. There's a barrier in between. Take apart a door panel. You'll see. There's a barrier in between. There's drain holes on the bottom. They expect things to get condensation on them and wet, but not necessarily like super saturated. So there's levels there. But yeah, this is happening all the time. Ta-da! Okay, so we're gonna get some quarter windows now. We're gonna get that from the back window. We're gonna clear out a little bit of space. Canon. What Avery Dennison films did you carry? NR Pro and then the NR. So I'm really familiar with those two. But I switched from NR Pro to NR as soon as it was available. I ditched NR Pro. Is that purple card on your website? The purple one, it was a TintWiz special edition. They're on the TintWiz shop site, but I don't think they exist anymore. Get the blue. It's not as cool because it's not a Tint Wiz edition, but it's the same as the purples. The blue ones are the same as the purples, so they make lots of blue ones. What are we up to? Still up 13% on the day, 238. I don't know if it'll find another rush towards the end of the day, but after a big surge, wouldn't be surprised to see it come down or something, but good, very good. They didn't even have a PR. It was just all talk. How do you read the comments? These. And this.
Have you tried any of the Tint Depot mid-grade films?
Have you tried any of the Tint Depot mid-grade films? Yes, I did. I used their 5-year one. I haven't used it long term, but I have tried it, and it was fine. It shrunk, it looked, it installed perfectly fine. I got no complaints about it. Yeah, I think they had a problem with their however they're making their nano products. That's something that they got to figure out, and that was the main problem with every nano film manufacturer in its infancy. So Avery's been making their primary business, I think, is architectural film. They're a 30-year window film manufacturer, but the whole nano thing hasn't been around for all that long. So as the technology starts to improve, films get clearer. So what they were doing was their NR Pro was a hybrid. It was dye and carbon together, which dye is the weaker of carbon or ceramic. So you take the weaker of the two, you add ceramic, or you add carbon and dye together, and you just kind of weaken it rather than just having it be all carbon. And then it still had a little bit of haze. So that was when I messed around with it, and I'm pretty sure it's still the same. It slid easier, though. Their glue is awesome. I really like their glue. Their glue had a really clever trick. So if you ever have to redo a window with Avery, you heat it up and it pulls clean off the glass. Doesn't leave a bunch of glue behind. Dude, I can't tell you how much I like that. So nice. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag, though? I'm not going to sing that. I'm just going to butcher it. Feel pretty paper thin. 6 feet under. What size roll was that? That was off of 36. Can you get a copyright strike for literally just mentioning the words, not humming? Oh, because you can get a copyright for humming it. I would actually, I think I might be proud if I got a copyright strike. They're like, oh, they flagged me because they thought it sounded like it. I did the song justice enough to get flagged. What type of music do you listen to? And then somebody said Eminem. Yep, only Eminem. Because, 8 Mile. Only artists that have been from here. You should have called it 8 Mile Tints, but that would have confused it even more than Detroit Tint Studio, so. You said last time you saw him walking down 8 Mile? Yeah, because that's where he hangs out. He's on 8 Mile. All the time. Where's my shank? I didn't see it. All right. 1/4 down. Oh, I set it over there. That's where I put it. I just needed something to pull back that seal. Best percent with an X5 with tint in the back. You likely on a BMW X5, you likely have like 25 to 28%, somewhere in there. They're usually lighter. Not always. It depends on the year, and I wouldn't be able to tell you without looking first, but if it seems lighter, it probably is. BMW is one of those companies that will, on some of theirs, they will make them lighter. A lot of foreign trucks and SUVs will generally lean lighter on factory tint. Lexan Carbon is the best. I know you. I know what you're trying to do. How big of a roll for sedan windows? You can use a 36 on the sides. 36 on the sides, you can split them in half. If you don't want to handle a big roll, then just get 20s for the sides. There can be some interesting challenges with using 36. Sometimes your cuts won't be like, you won't split it in half quite right. You'll be shy on one of them, and then you just wasted film. That always sucks, so keep that in mind. It's just easier to throw a 20-inch and make sure everything's covered, but do you advertise? Not a lot. This is actually, all the content that we do is actually a pretty decent way to advertise. It's not like huge, but it definitely is growing the Facebook page, because every live stream, we stream right to the Facebook page as well. So this isn't like some private show for just you guys on YouTube. This is literally customers that might be browsing around on Facebook. They may come across one of these things and they can ask questions about what I'm doing. I think we've definitely scheduled some that way too. Just the majority of you guys are on YouTube. Tint podcast. Tint Wiz, check them out. They're a very proud supporter of the channel too. They do that. They'll do interviews with people, different shop owners, different window tinters, notable people, and just whoever else. They do it like every Thursday. And they post all their recordings to YouTube as well. Tinter Tuesday. I definitely thought about doing something like that. I think it would be fun to maybe bring somebody on while I'm tinting a car. You know, to talk about some different things. Like, you know, we were talking about the Xpel thing earlier. I think it'd be interesting to do something like that while we're just tinting a car. We could have some sort of an interview type discussion. But you want to hear the brutal truth? Is if you guys don't know who I'm talking to, most of you guys will not give a shit to listen. That's just the way it works. Even if I'm awesome at interviewing, you kind of have to either get really invested in the interviewer or already have some sort of like history with the person that's getting interviewed and care enough about it one way or another, or else it just doesn't do anything. So like an idea that I had that I would like to actually try and pull off. Not true, I watch this for you. I appreciate that. So, like, okay, there's videos that will do a certain amount of views, and then there's certain things that will just do much better for more relatable reasons and whatnot. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. There was had a live stream conversation with I don't want to make it sound bad or anything, but like I've done a couple. Like we've actually had a couple last year on the channel, and they were some of the worst performing videos. That's just how it is. But what I think would be more interesting is to try and feature different people and different techniques and different services. So I don't know exactly how I could pull this off very easily. But one of my thoughts was like, somebody that's already out there or in a shop that is tinting, it would be really cool to bring them on and then they could show how they do things. And I don't know if that would be like me tinting something while they're doing it and just do like a half-half split screen or jump back and forth, have a conversation. There's a lot going on there to make something like that work though. But it was an idea that I had. So like some of you guys asked about vinyl or paint protection film too. So I'm not a vinyl or paint protection film. Wow, that was snapped way funky. I'm not a vinyl or paint protection film expert. I've dabbled more in paint protection film. But like, you guys would want to see paint protection film from a dude that really knows his shit with paint protection film. So it would be cool to like, they have something to do, and then we all get to kind of sit in and watch and ask questions. And I could host something like that. You tinted the taillights, that's wrapping? Yeah, but I'm definitely not an expert in it. Like, you would want to know from, like, the guy that owns the company is definitely better. So I think it'd be pretty interesting to, like, yeah, you see me do it, but you also get to see the right way to do it. We could go on Instagram and split screen it. I can't stream to Instagram though, not the same way. But Instagram would make it easier. It's just I don't do any of the things that I do on Instagram. Cause like, who was it? GeoShield. They asked me. They're like, we have paint protection film. We would love to figure out a way to like help feature it. And I'm like, I've done some paint protection film videos, and I am not the guy to go to for paint protection film. But maybe we could figure something out with one of your existing paint protection film dealers, and then I could feature it. But not just post like a video from them, but we would have to make it into the thing. There's a lot of moving parts though. All right, so we're gonna finish cleaning this back window off. We're gonna install it. We're gonna make sure everything's all touched up. We gotta put back some seals. All of that's gonna be pretty quick. The longest part is gonna be installing this back window, but everything is going very well. Did you ever dry shrink sunstrip? No. No, too little. All the little windows, just wet shrink them. So like all the side windows will wet shrink. All the like sunstrip, if there's a little bit to shrink because they're like super big or tall, then in that case, yeah, I'll shrink it a little bit. It's been a long time since I've done that. Canon. So how y'all doing? Y'all having fun? We're about to do this back window. I just gotta take one quick look. See how GME is doing too. 237. Little, we do 24 inches for sun strips. That's like 3/4 of the window. Hit of the like button. We're all watching with 90, only 25 likes. Come on. Aw, boss, thank you for that. I appreciate it. My sun strip is half my windshield. At that point, is it still considered a strip, though? I've had maybe one person that has tried to pull that on me. They've been like, yeah, I just want a strip. And it's like, okay. And they're like, can you, like, go down to here? And I'm like, all right, look. I have short rolls for sun strips at the time. And whatever this is as far down as I can go for your strip. If you want to go farther, I can do that, maybe, within reason, but it's going to also cost extra too, because at that point, it's not just a simple little strip. It's like, yeah, I just want to tint the top of my doors, or I just want to put a strip on my doors that go all the way to the bottom. It's like, no. No. It's not how that works. $10 super chat to reverse roll the back glass? What? No. Why would you do that? Why would you put that on me? That's not how this works. This one I could probably do okay. There's a lot of them that I'll just completely bomb at, though. At least I have a feeling I'll mostly bomb. The problem for reverse rolling for me is when I come into the side panels. So you're rolling it, and then you have to like pull the film early. And you gotta be really careful, because then it's like you're pulling straight into this. So the windshield, the way that it's curved, the way that it's kind of angled helps, but I run into problems on those too. Just less of them. Where is my. Every time I try a new technique, shit happens. Same here. Same here. But yeah, trying to figure out what's worth doing and what's not worth doing. So like if we're gonna make a bunch of mistakes, we really want to make sure that it's something that's gonna improve our overall, and I've never had to reverse roll any back window. I just haven't. But for windshields, the reason why I like doing it is it's so much more film to handle. And any of those little like crinkles and stuff like that, you're staring directly at the windshield. So it's like doing whatever you can to make it turn out super smooth and everything. But the back windows are less wide than the windshields are. Have you ever cracked any glass with heat? No, but I have broke a couple of windows. I've never just put too much heat and cracked a laminated piece of glass. Definitely got too much heat there. I blew up my windshield being a dumbass with a heat gun once. I like the way you said that. Yeah, I was a total dumbass with on a windshield on a Ford mirror. I just yanked it off. And it was the one that you can pull off relatively easily, but it was a cheap windshield. Cheap aftermarket windshield, or just aftermarket, I don't know. The aftermarket ones seem more susceptible, and you literally pull a chunk of glass out. Okay, so really dumb move with a back glass that I'm never gonna repeat. So earlier model cars, they would put these double-sided stick antennas on them out of the factory. Grand Prix would have them, and a handful of other cars would have them. So the way that, like, it have basically a puck on this side, a puck on that side, and a wire that comes straight over. So I used a heat gun, and then you heat it up, and you get that stick tape to soften up, and you're supposed to slice through it. Well, on the inside, it's usually tighter against the glass. It's like really hard to get that blade in there. So what I would do is get it started. I'd take a screwdriver, and then I'd start to pry back on it. Well, if you take a flathead screwdriver and you twist it, it's a way to get some leverage really easily. And I just pop that sucker, whole back glass, right in the middle. Just. So back glass, couple of windshields. I've scratched a couple door windows to the point of having to be replaced. That's the extent of it. It hasn't gotten any worse than that. But they're usually like, I was dumb and in a hurry, or just not paying very much attention. I actually have never run into one where I was just tinting it and then I happened to crack it with just only a little bit of heat. There's got to be some sort of little sign that that's potentially going to give on you. So if it already had a chip in it, that'll run. Usually there's got to be some existing defect for you to just put heat on it and then have like a random crack in it. They don't just happen. Or if one does, then it's the cost of doing business. But I'd say it's exceedingly rare that it would happen. Broke a truck back window pulling tint off. Ooh. That sucks. How much was this one? This one was $240. All my local film suppliers are increasing their prices by 10 to 15%. Ouch. Yep. Inflation, all that good stuff. I mean, and they'll do that from year to year. They'll slowly increase their prices. It sucks, but that's just part of it. The nice thing about window tint is it really is a nice margin service. That's still been pretty strong. You know, remote starters and other car services, you have a good chunk of your profit tied up in the cost of all the materials like step bars and like I said, remote starters, alarms, all that stuff. So, window tint's still pretty good. All right, so we have a couple little things to touch up, and we're gonna pop those seals back in. I don't even think we have to lower these ones back down, but I think we're just going to, so that's usually what you do. Yo, my sauna friend, you're really late. Aw, you guys are making friends. That's so cute. I like that. That's cool. Good community. Highest quality window tint, but now I'm here for the saunas. The true shit-posting meme lord. Okay, we gotta put this back in. That's easy enough, right? Should probably wet this before we do it. I think. How do we get this in? Oh, wait, no? No, it is that way. Okay. So, the fun part about pulling panels or seals is you have to get them back in after the fact. This guy shifted. So this is one reason why I don't necessarily like doing this.
Phone book update failed.
Because, you know, you gotta do it. Some of them pop back in really easily, and some of them are kind of a pain. So, just want to do them justice. Is that in? I don't know if that's in. Oh, that goes over the clips. Oh. There we go. I see now. Did I miss a question? That'll happen. I try to answer whatever I can, but you gotta understand too. There's lots of people asking lots of questions, and I gotta have time to also say something. So I try to answer what I can, but I'm not a master of listening and talking at the same time. It's kind of when I start talking, it's kind of a challenge to also listen. Yeah, like this guy. God, this gets so awkward. Because you can't even push this way. So let me practice this a little bit. There's some crud in that seal though. Yum. There we go. Better. What did it get? We got 35 on the front. We got 20 on the back. Any DM price RAM with the windshield? I can tell you right now. But we can also stay in touch. RAM with the windshield strip, is that what it was? Full RAM windshield would be 130, and then adding a windshield strip on top of it would be another 50. But yeah, you can message us on Facebook. Or a better thing to do is also message us on the Tint Studio number. Or call. But we will try and get back to you however you hit us up. Just make sure whoever does it knows about that BCM. Those RAMs are problematic if you get those BCMs wet. So we did it. We pulled some seals. You guys proud? I hope you're proud. Any openings this week? We actually might have one tomorrow morning. I should double check, but I'm pretty sure we could get you in tomorrow morning. All right, we'll figure it out. So that's a 35. This is the 20. I don't remember what that roll is, but I'll figure it out. Alrighty, my dudes. Sweet Jesus. But we don't latch things. But it's all good. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. What up? Oh my God, I did miss a couple. Dorito. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. There's see no evil monkey. Thank you. And then T-Jet. T-Jet with the 5. What's up, man? Dorito sent you money for the Yeezy fund. There's no Yeezy fund. But I definitely appreciate the support. Alrighty, my dudes. We'll have another stream tomorrow. I gotta shout out some super chats. What is GME? Ooh. GME looking slightly stronger in the late afternoon. We have about an hour to close. Could make a run. Could make another run. Volume's up today. Volume is almost 20 mil. That is significantly up from what it used to be. So let me shout out some super chats really quick here. Definitely appreciate it. So on this one, we did 20 in the back, 35 in the front. We've done a bunch of Malibus. You guys have seen these before, but we did pull the seals on this one. Front seals, just to kind of see what it was like again, and they're relatively easy to do. So, hey, something different. But big shout out to T-Jet, Dorito, Alligator, David, Mike, Daniel, Daniel Reyna with 3 strong super chats. Thank you. And then Lionel with the first one to kick it off. Thank you. I very much appreciate all the support. You guys are great. It's always fun having you guys hang out, doing these streams. Tomorrow, I don't know what I have again. But let me see. Let me see when I have the appointment. We got a Thursday 1 o'clock appointment. So we definitely have something coming in tomorrow. So we'll be back then. And maybe I'll have a RAM in the morning. I don't know. So thank you guys. for hanging out, as always. Boss! Boss waiting till the end. Thank you. With another one. 70. Damn, dude. 70, 59. I don't know. There's what, like 50, I think? Is that what we learned last time? Hell yeah, Matt. Great job again, as usual. I really appreciate that, man. You have been a super strong supporter. It's like every stream. Thank you. Thank you. That's a lot. What's the difference between Pro Nano and V Nano? Main difference is going to be the warranty on that. So V Nano is a 5-year. Pro Nano is a lifetime. Boss stays cashing out. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Dude, like crazy. We'd have to go back and add them up, but it's been a significant amount of support. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So we're at the end of the stream. Is there anything else I have to do? Nope. Tomorrow, Thursday, we'll have a 1 o'clock appointment. So, sorry for the awkward start today. Accidentally went live, but at least we did it close to when the appointment, so here we are. It's always my pleasure to support the good work and advice. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. I got to deliver this car, and then that'll be that. You guys have a good one. See ya.